looking at it there. Hi guys.
Oh.
We are back for another 420, and we're 30 seconds away from 420 on the East Coast. "15 seconds. Oh, and I have this up because we're going to go over that as our smoking video. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, happy 420. Everyone on the East Coast, give yourself a round of applause. You made it. Another 420. Another COVID-19 prevention consumption time. That's right.
COVID prophylaxis.
Okay.
Is this joint in my mouth?
So
Just keep it like this.
This is a channel that I've known about for a long time. They're a pretty high production animation YouTube channel, and I learn a lot from them. I've learned about like the Syrian refugee crisis, GMOs, black holes. They do a lot of cool stuff, and so I wanted to go over a video they did.
So like a Khan Academy on YouTube?
Kind of, but it's.
Oh, but it's much faster.
It's not.
Probably like a.
It's like
an Eli 5.
Kind of. It's well produced. It's educational, but it's also very entertaining. So it's on that interesting juxtaposition of educational and entertaining, which is why I like it so much. So let's see how they go over coronavirus.
In December 2019, the Chinese authorities notified the world that a virus was spreading through their communities. In the following months, it spread to other countries, with cases doubling within days. This virus is the severe acute respiratory syndrome-related coronavirus 2 that causes the disease called COVID-19 and that everyone simply calls coronavirus. What actually happens when it infects a human, and what should we all do?
Kurzegesagt, in a nutshell.
A virus is really just a hull around genetic material and a few proteins, arguably not even a living thing. It can only make more of itself by entering a living cell. Corona may spread via surfaces, but it's still uncertain how long it can survive on them. Its main way of spreading seems to be droplet infection, when people cough, or if you touch someone who's ill and then your face, say rubbing your eyes or nose. The virus starts its journey here and then hitches a ride as a stowaway deeper into the body. Its destinations are the intestines, the spleen, or the lungs, where it can have the most dramatic effect. Even just a few coronaviruses can cause quite a dramatic situation. The lungs are lined with billions of epithelial cells. These are the border cells of your body, lining your organs and mucosa, waiting to be infected. Corona connects to a specific receptor on its victim's membranes to inject its genetic material.
Is that the ACE2 receptor that cannabis helps prevent the...
Yeah, it blocks it. So
Wow.
That because
Yeah, so 73% of it
cell
gets...
membrane is like a defense barrier. We can't just expose all the insides of a cell, and so to get stuff.
But it's
in
also
and out,
it's an opening,
it's
right?
A shuttle.
Yeah, the cell
so
membrane.
It has to have it. That's why it has to accept it almost.
Yes.
Right, and that's what. That
And so
receptor-
what cannabis does is it attaches on these receptors or blocks them so that the coronavirus can't attach or can't get through.
Apparently, that's what the research had said. That somehow
So
it's
cool.
either block it or they even might destroy the channel. Meaning you don't even have those receptors anymore. Like because there's some diseases that happen in your body. If you destroy receptor channels, you die. And then other times where you just like don't get stuff like that. But
Oh, well, there you go. People
yeah,
smoke.
that's a 73% reduction.
Yeah,
so-
on this part. And so these guys can't get in if you smoke weed. If you smoke your weed, that's what the Canadians tell us.
Initial thing of them injecting the viral DNA into your own cells because they can't replicate. They have to use our cells.
Oh,
to do
right.
that. They have to get into the cells and they replicate and they.
It's like a parasite. It's like a tiny parasite. Okay, let's keep going.
The cell, ignorant of what's happening, executes the new instructions, which are pretty simple. copy, and reassemble.
They're like little
It
computers.
fills up with more and more copies of the original virus until it reaches a critical point and receives one final order: self-destruct.
Oh my god.
The cell sort of melts away, releasing new corona particles, ready to attack more cells. The number of infected cells grows exponentially. After about 10 days, millions of body cells are infected and billions of viruses swarm the lungs. The virus has not caused too much damage yet,
So,
but
okay, good. So remember what you were saying? Oh, 73% reduction in infection. I said, no. That's the difference. 73% reduction in the receptors in that patient's lungs might mean that she doesn't mean she doesn't get infected. If she's exposed and the virus comes in, she's technically infected and it might replicate, but it's not, the viral load is so little because there's not all those cells don't have those receptors. 73% don't have the, so her thing could be very mild.
So, SARS is like a long respiratory,
Respiratory
right. And so is it smoking cannabis that gives you the best prevention? Do you know what I mean?
Researched on the Canada thing.
Oh, yeah, they said gels.
Edibles, gel. So it
Okay.
seems like regardless of how you're consuming it, the cannabinoid, I don't know if it has cannabinoid will
Or
destroy
CBD or
those
THC.
receptors. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
is now going to release a real beast on you, your own immune system. The immune system, while there to protect you, can actually be pretty dangerous to yourself and needs tight regulation. And as immune cells pour into
It's like our
lungs,
healthcare system. You can't overburden them. Your immune system,
It's there for when something happens.
yeah.
It can.
Your immune system needs you to stay at home.
the virus, corona infects some of them and creates confusion. Cells have neither ears nor eyes. They communicate mostly via tiny information proteins called cytokines. Nearly every important immune reaction is controlled by them. Corona causes infected immune cells to overreact and yell bloody murder. In a sense, it puts the immune system into a fighting frenzy and sends way more soldiers than it should, wasting its resources and causing damage. Two kinds of cells in particular wreak havoc. First, neutrophils, which are great at killing stuff, including ourselves. As they arrive in their thousands, they start pumping out enzymes that destroy as many friends as enemies. The other important type of cells that go into a frenzy are killer T cells, which usually order infected cells to commit controlled suicide. Confused as they are, they start ordering healthy cells to kill themselves too. The more and more immune cells arrive, the more damage they do, and the more healthy lung tissue they kill. This might get so bad that it can cause permanent, irreversible damage that leads to lifelong disabilities.
So coronavirus could turn into an autoimmune? Is that what the killer T cells are doing when it's attacking itself?
No, it's just a reaction because the virus can't replicate unless it finds itself. So it's just saying, it's like friendly fire, but it's in other cases it might help, but it's just gone crazy. It's like too much.
You know what this animation does?
Which is like an autoimmune. But
You know what this animation does really well? That I watched a lot of news on coronavirus, but then I never really understood the need for respirators. You know, they say once you're on a respirator, your likelihood of exiting the hospital goes down drastically, and them illustrating kind of what happens in the lungs and
why it's necessary.
right, and the chain of and
you're not a doctor or a
no, but yeah, the way the news covers it, it's so you're kind of it's like coronavirus and the effect of coronavirus, which is overburdened hospitals and closing down the economy,
overburden
the
on
deaths.
infrastructure.
Right. That's what's being reported on. But then I don't really have any knowledge on how it works, and that's what this
Yes.
video does really well. Is that it takes something that we normally don't see, our lungs, and it shows you exactly how.
Oh yeah, because it's animated and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow, when I had to study 20 years ago, this stuff, we had to draw it out. And ours was very it's not fun like this. It wasn't fun like this.
I know,
I'm
and you don't have
nice.
you don't have a
Like,
pleasant
watch
gentleman
YouTube.
narrating it for you. It's so YouTube is great. Okay, let's keep going.
In most cases, the immune system slowly regains control. It kills the infected cells, intercepts the viruses trying to infect new ones, and cleans up the battlefield. Recovery begins. The majority of people infected by corona will get through it with relatively mild symptoms. But many cases become severe or even critical. We don't know the percentage because not all cases have been identified, but it's safe to say that there is a lot more than with the flu. In more severe cases, millions of epithelial cells have died, and with them, the lung's protective lining is gone. That means that the alveoli, tiny air sacs via which breathing occurs, can be infected by bacteria that aren't usually a big problem. Patients get pneumonia, respiration becomes hard or even fails, and patients need ventilators to survive. The immune system has fought at full capacity for weeks and made millions of antiviral weapons. And as thousands of bacteria rapidly multiply, it is overwhelmed. They enter the blood and overrun the body. If this happens, death is very likely.
That's the thing. How can you count indirect coronavirus deaths? I mean, that's what Elon Musk is accusing everyone of doing, but it's like, it's still a death caused by coronavirus.
Okay, we can say on an average year in hospital, just whatever, X number of people die of pneumonia.
Yeah.
Pneumonia is a big secondary killer. A lot of times you're getting...
Because your immune system is so weak, it leaves the opening for the bacteria to come in.
If you're always trying to wait and find for the primary, it's like, it's hard. But then in a time when there's so many deaths, you can say, okay, fine, if now we're X plus 1,000 above average, can't we...
Yeah, can we extrapolate that everything above...
Don't pretend like you're an idiot all of a sudden, Mr. Let's go to Mars.
Okay.
Death is very likely. The coronavirus is often compared to the flu, but actually, it's much more dangerous. While the exact death rate is hard to pin down during an ongoing pandemic, we know for sure that it's much more contagious and spreads faster than the flu.
I canceled Coachella.
There are two futures for a pandemic like
Suspended.
corona, fast and slow.
Postponed.
Which future we will see depends on how we all react to it in the early
this
days
is the
of
curve
the
that
outbreak.
they talk about.
A fast pandemic will be horrible and cost many lives. A slow pandemic will not be remembered by the history books. The worst case scenario for a fast pandemic begins with a very rapid rate of infection because there are no countermeasures in place to slow it down. Why is this so bad? In a fast pandemic, many people get sick at the same time. If the numbers get too large, healthcare systems become unable to handle it. There aren't enough resources like medical staff or equipment like ventilators left to help everybody. People will die untreated. And as more healthcare workers get sick themselves, the capacity of healthcare systems falls even further. If this becomes the case, then horrible decisions will have to be made about who gets to live and who doesn't. The number of deaths rises significantly in such a scenario. To avoid this, the world, that means all of us, needs to do what it can to turn this into a slow pandemic. A pandemic is slowed down by the right responses, especially in the early phase, so that everyone who gets sick can get treatment and there's no crunch point with overwhelmed hospitals. Since we don't have a vaccine for corona, we have to socially engineer our behavior to act like a social vaccine. This simply means two things: not getting infected and not infecting others. Although it sounds trivial, the very best thing you can do is to wash your hands. Soap is actually a powerful tool. The coronavirus is encased in what is basically a layer of fat. Soap breaks that fat apart and leaves it unable to infect you.
Little
It
fat
also
virus.
makes your hands slippery, and with the mechanical motions of washing, viruses are ripped away.
You're actually very...
To do it properly, wash your hands as if you've just cut up some jalapenos and want to put in your contacts next. The next thing is social distancing, which is not a nice experience, but a nice thing to do. This means no hugging, no handshakes. If you can stay at home to protect those who need to be out for society to function, from doctors to cashiers or police officers. You depend on all of them. They all depend on you to not get sick. On a larger level, there are quarantines, which can mean different things, from travel restrictions or actual orders to stay at home. Quarantines are not great to experience and certainly not popular, but they buy us, and especially the researchers working on medication and vaccination, crucial time. So if you are put under quarantine, you should understand why and respect it. None of this is fun.
I know, they have
But
such
when
great
you look at the
animations.
Big picture, it is a really small price to pay. The question of how pandemics end depends on how they start. If they start fast with a steep slope, they end badly. If they start slow with a not so steep slope, they end okayish. And in this day and age, it really is in all of our hands, literally and figuratively.
So,
Don't try to trample my rights.
I think California.
American.
I think California's done at least a decent job of creating a slow pandemic. It seems like our hospitals aren't overburdened. The U.S. in
Yes.
general, it seems like, has done.
I think they were pretty fast. There was a study by Columbia University, I think.
Right,
If
but-
they had shut down a week earlier, we would have saved 10,000. Like, it's
Oh yeah, I saw that too. But it's
exponential. Because
but-
I was, at the end of February, I'm like, hello, are we gonna do anything? Are we gonna do anything?
right. But at least like our hospitals aren't overburdened. But you know, the unfortunate thing is that as this pandemic is going on, the issues are being politicized, and now it's like
Yeah,
It-
that's sad.
right, and it's like the second wave, and everyone talks about like turning this you have to be careful, otherwise like things can quickly get really bad really fast because we don't have any treatment or
So much
vaccines.
faster for the numbers to go up than for them to go down. Like so much faster. It's like, wow, just we kind of plateaued. This isn't the time to relax. It's like this is time to celebrate that it's working and keep working at it.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Well, that's the thing. It's like what's working is keeping everyone out of work, at least in the U.S. And we don't have UBI yet. We got like $1,200 stimulus check. We don't have, the Paycheck Protection Program. Like that money ran out. It's not.
Yeah.
We don't have support for the small business owners and for the people who are out of work. So those people are easily influenced by, like I was telling you, by like the news. I was watching all the news on coronavirus, but I never really understood how it affected the lungs. Specifically, like, and how it.
But that's why I kept saying, I'm like, they kept stating it as a respiratory virus. And
Yes.
I realized people don't even know what our respiratory system is. It's like when I got so mad and I asked a doctor about creatinine or something about kidney function levels, and she's like, I'm sorry, you're going to have to ask the nephrologist. I'm like, I'm the family member, and you're like, and then she just walked away. I was like,
Well, so
what? Like, you can't even read your damn chart. I was so upset. But I was like, they use terms that people don't know what you're talking about.
Yes. Well,
People know what that nephrology means kidneys. And
Yeah.
You just assume, and like,
Well, the point I'm trying to make is
Like,
I don't
that's
even
the
think
ratio.
people understand it at its basic terms because it's unless you really because no one's ever seen your lungs, like no one knows what lungs look like really. Like they kind of know that you
we
use
know
it to
that they're
breathe
valuable
and you get
they shouldn't
hiccups.
smoke.
Like you're most
Yeah.
aware of your lungs when you get hiccups or when you have to
you're
hold your
about to
breath
drown.
or when you have to blow up a balloon. But anyways, so
Yeah, most
my
of it.
fear is as this gets prolonged and you have more opportunity to miseducate people because a lot of people think it's still a hoax.
All
And it's-
misinformation out there. That's how our politics, like.
Right. And so it's like
Misinformation, propagating
I think
misinformation.
it's like I don't know. That's like to start a mob you need like 3.5% of the population to start participating before everyone starts participating. It's like a really low percentage. And so I wonder if everyone starts not taking this as seriously, like that's probably the amount of people that's going to have to die for everyone to know someone that actually got affected by it to take it seriously. And so it's like people's miseducation of this might potentially drive the fatality rate really high if this gets prolonged and politicized.
Yeah, like you're gonna have to wait until it's at your doorstep. That sucks because then what I said before is gonna be true. It's gonna be like the last plague of Egypt, or
Or
that's what's gonna take it seriously. At least in America, like
yeah. Well, we'll see.
socialism for the rich and individualism for the.
But that's why I wanted rugged socialism or rugged individualism for the poor. But that's why I wanted to cover this video because I felt like it did a really good job at explaining like what coronavirus is because we've been living with it for such a long time now. But
Even my kids, I think it's a game. They're like, let's run away from the virus. Hashtag. I'm like,
because every time they ask if they can't go anywhere,
Yeah,
the excuse is no, the virus is out there. So they have it. I think in their minds, they probably have an image of it, but we don't know what that is because we have.
cousin saw a neighbor. Did I tell you one day when we were walking? He's like, he's out of the house. Does he have a virus? And he starts running past his house really quick. And I'm like,
Who?
cousin,
No, who was out of their house?
a neighbor. just came out and was in his driveway.
Oh, I see.
And Gustin hadn't seen people for a minute
Yeah.
and was like, and I'm like, but Gus, we're out of the house. We're just walking. And he was just like,
You have to be
"Whatever."
6
He
feet
just
away.
wanted to play tag or something.
Try to catch me. That's what he says. Okay, so the state of Michigan can't get a break.
Oh my gosh.
You were talking about this yesterday.
Yes. I
So
think what? Now down to up to 4 dams
what?
that have broken?
Oh my
In
god.
the
Okay,
past.
so if you guys don't know, Michigan
All
is
they
a
privatize their infrastructure.
Michigan is a state in the United States where Detroit is located. So they used to be the automobile capital of the world, or at least the United States. And so
They decimated that.
I saw a tweet the other day that said, like, I have to stay at home, but I also have an evacuation order because their dams broke. So let's take a look at this news
Oh,
clip
yeah.
that
What
goes
do you
over
want?
it.
Dude.
Can't stay at home, can't
Well,
leave.
they literally have to leave if it's flooded, though.
Oops.
Oops.
What happened? Sorry. What did this freeze?
Just the audio?
I wonder why the audio is
video's
not playing.
going.
I know. I wonder what's going on.
You didn't do a sound check?
Well,
Where's our
the thing is, I can't.
Here, let's do the what's it called?
Yeah, we'll improvise it. So there's a boat going through town in Michigan.
The submarine.
We're
think it's
converting.
from Russia.
We're converting our cars into a navy. Here's a house.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, where are they gonna go?
So what started? Just like, okay, hold on.
A man-made dam like that.
How is this?
You know why they lost funding too from the feds was because they wouldn't fix that.
Good evening, and it's great
Okay,
to have you with us
here we go.
tonight. Across this country, all 50 states now have begun the difficult and
Rich
careful
people need
task
to
of
send over their
reopening.
yachts.
There's something else playing out tonight,
Wait,
right in the middle of
there's
all
no
of this.
ocean
Families
access.
already worried about coronavirus, thousands of them now forced to flee their homes. A state of emergency at this hour in Michigan, one of the hardest hit states from the virus, now facing this. Homes swept away by the flooding, the images coming in tonight. 2 dams failing. There had been so much concern that this could happen, and it has, with dire results. And look at this tonight,
Yeah, they
homes
were
being
told for
lifted off their
years.
foundations. This image sadly playing out more than once as homes could be seen floating away. And it's impossible to imagine tonight what these families are going through, already trying to stay safe in this pandemic, now in shelters, trying to keep a safe distance from strangers. Many not knowing if they'll have a home to return to, and if so, in what condition. We are on the scene tonight, and meteorologist Rob Marciano leads us off
Wet
from
and
Midland,
cleaned
Michigan.
out from the virus.
Well, that's crazy to think about.
Okay,
Imagine.
how close is this to where the protests were? Sorry.
I don't know. But you think about, like, you have a stay-at-home order, and then your home gets washed away. Like, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? It's like,
Live on the roof.
okay, let's keep going.
Tonight, horrifying images in the middle of a pandemic.
Because before, anytime there's like an emergency like that, at least there was a place where they can shelter them. But now,
Yeah, now you can't even gather.
so why not open the motels, hotels?
That's probably what they're gonna have to do. Like
Why
the way.
though all of those things have their own rooms, and deliver. Food
Right, but the
and
state
whatever.
has to come in and pay for all that. That's what has to happen. The state of Michigan has to do something about it.
Yeah, they can't just figure it out later. They're just gonna let people freeze to death.
Yeah, you
starve to
can't
death, or
expect
get
Hilton and
sick
Marriott.
out in the middle. I mean, they let people with drink dirty water for how long? I guess they
Flint,
let them
Michigan?
just-
Yeah, same state, huh? Now the
Yeah,
dirty
just-
water.
I don't know what's going on with Michigan. That's why I said like we need to let Canada like foster them because
Adopt.
people
Can you adopt the
need-
state?
better care. I don't know what's going on. Why the state can't and the feds are fighting even now.
Okay, well let's keep.
Like in there, I don't even what was the mess of Detroit?
Yeah.
You
Well,
know, our government like just
let's keep going with the clip because we haven't even seen the worst of it.
Oh my God, that's somebody's house.
Homes in central Michigan floating away. The National Weather Service
That's a
warning
house.
residents
Yeah, we thought it was a.
higher
Submarine for
ground.
Russia.
2 catastrophic dam collapses in just hours.
Be advised that we have a dam breach at Edenville.
This is the moment the Edenville Dam disintegrated outside Midland, Michigan, following days of rain. Downstream, the Sanford Dam breaching less than 2 hours later.
The dam has failed. 100% failure. Evacuate.
10,000 residents forced to flee.
Could it get worse? Yes.
A nearby Dow chemical plant forced to evacuate, too. Officials say floodwaters are mixing with containment ponds. The nuclear reactor
my
on site
goodness.
already shut down as a coronavirus protocol. Federal regulators had reportedly worried about a possible failure at the Edenville Dam for years.
Regarding the dam, the state of Michigan is reviewing every potential legal recourse that we have.
Complicated.
What? So
Legal recourse. Now you just help the damn people.
her name is
Gosh.
shockingly
The
similar.
Irish want us to cover.
What?
Why they want us to cover the famine?
I know, because it's a public policy failure that led to human
Yeah,
catastrophe. I know.
You're paying attention to history.
I apologize. We were supposed to do it this week, but I'm not used to producing such a complicated segment, so it's taking a lot longer. The stuff we cover is like news. And okay, so the governor of Michigan, I always think of Gretchen Wiener when I see this, which is a girl from the Mean Girls. So that's how you can remember. She kind of looks like a mean girl.
We have.
Complicating matters, Michigan remains under a stay-at-home order to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. Officials say hundreds are in shelters.
Another 40 or 50 stayed in their cars. And the reason largely was the concerns about the COVID-19 virus.
Yeah.
On top of this 100-year event, we have a 500-year event in a flood that has absolutely devastated.
That was totally avoidable.
Yeah. They said federal regulators.
The federal regulators had to take their money away because they weren't fixing the infrastructure. They come in, they investigate, they're like, you need to do this, this, and this, and this. If you're not using the money we're giving you for these things we're telling you to fix, then we're going to pull our funding. Those bridges have been privatized, or I don't know what that means. They're not like so the money can't, like, there's a disconnect on how the money can get there, but I'm like, so they're fighting about how to do that. In the meantime, I'm like, you're just gonna let everything fall apart? It's like the guy yesterday, just put the gas in the fucking tank. Or the
Dylan Radigan. Yeah, the U.S. is just letting these things fall apart, and it's a fail. Yeah, it's public policy.
And now look at this. It's gonna be. Oh, what?
Oh, that's part of the background. Sorry.
Like, was that a bug?
I thought it was a bug.
You're dark. Sorry.
Okay, let's keep going.
Oh man, this is just gonna get me pissed off.
Just unbelievable. Rob Marciano with us live tonight from Midland, Michigan. And Rob, the images, as you know, being right there on the scene are heartbreaking on top of what families were already going through with the pandemic. I know there's concern, obviously, with the flooding where you are as we head into the night, but this system's also on the move. Where does it hit next?
Well, it's heading south tonight. I can tell you they're concerned about one of those dams failing further. This river has never been this high. You can see the water pouring into that new hotel, into the county courthouse, dangerously close to the main street here, which, like many towns, is already taking an economic hit
it's their main
from the virus
street.
shutdown. Thankfully, sunshine today, but that system has moved into Ohio, the mid-Atlantic. Could see over 5 more inches of rain there, with flooding likely the next couple of days in the Carolinas. This river right now is cresting.
Wow.
Your invisible borders can't keep water out.
God damn.
Yeah, California, we should send all our like empty yachts and stuff over there.
You can't send them over land. I think Michigan is just next to a lake. Oh, what happened here? Oh, I think I set that as an animated thing for some reason.
Oh, that's why it doesn't have.
Whoops. So, Jesus Soto says, fix the crumbling infrastructure. I agree with you, Jesus. I agree. Okay, so
That's how we're gonna make this country great again. By, like, fixing the shit that's broken. Hey, what about that?
did I pick animated overlay? Was that the issue? Okay, so The Onion covered this 10 years ago. Can you believe it? Let's see what they have to say.
Onions are toxic to a lot of animals.
Well.
The city of Folsom, California, in a sad ceremony today, honored those who will die in the imminent Folsom Dam disaster. Brian Scott has the story.
The Folsom Dam has been a Sacramento Valley landmark for over half a century. But since a spillway gate began to leak 4 years ago, The dam has become a symbol of doom for the hundreds, perhaps thousands of souls who will be consumed in its onrushing waters. But this year, the Sacramento County government finally decided to act, budgeting $20,000 to construct a memorial for the victims of the inevitable tragedy.
Okay, so the green me that loves the environment and stuff, I do believe we need to make, instead of just keeping the dams there, we do need to remove that.
You know, it's
I don't think
funny.
It's a good infrastructure, but that means actively and making plans to move the people out of the way, because we all know how water moves, and we can predict that trajectory once or do it in steps so that you don't just like kill people, right? But they won't plan or
But
do
the
things
dams
for either
provide
way.
electricity.
I know, but it's an outdated and old, like, and
Well, you know what's funny about
they
this,
can do
though?
other things.
Is that, you know, you can kind of imagine this happening because the city, whatever, is probably like, you know what, it's cheaper to do a pre-memorial than to actually fix the dam, so let's just get this over with now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're planning for things that it's like, what?
Well, no, it's
That's
like,
what the ridiculous is. You'll
they all-
plan for this, but you won't plan to not have it happen?
because it's cheaper this way.
will have been preventable. All of the warning signs are here now. Yet, no one will have done anything about it.
Unveiled at a ceremony today, the Folsom Disaster Remembrance Statue is intended to provide comfort for those who are about to lose their family members, friends, or even their own lives in the disaster.
I only wish that there was some way to avoid this terrible tragedy that didn't require so much funding.
The memorial is built on high ground overlooking the dam, so that it won't be swept away along with the rest of the town and its citizens. It was designed by Japanese artist Keiko Totori.
This memorial is a classic American style because this will be historic national tragedy.
The memorial will be etched with the names of the victims once they're killed. One name has already been added, Dennis Munoz, a civil engineer who works in the dam's control tower and will undoubtedly be the first to be killed by the 80 billion tons of water when the structure bursts.
The memorial will be the place where I go to remember Dennis.
My grave won't matter because they're not going to find my body.
The memorial was designed to accommodate 500 names after considering the number of homes in the area and the average traffic on nearby Route 10.
I will take the full responsibility for the tragedy when it happened. I am tendering my resignation effective the day the dam finally breaks.
I think once the massive death toll becomes apparent, I will end my own life. What will I have done?
The memorial can also be altered to include up to 2,000 names in the event that the disaster occurs during the annual Folsom Jazz Festival. For the Onion News Network, I'm Brian Scott.
Our prayers will go out to each and every one of the victims.
Oh, man, I'm sorry to laugh. I mean, it's good to laugh. You have to laugh, or else you'll cry.
I think it's better to cry sometimes.
Oh, why does this keep happening? Says the only country where this happens. Just kidding. Oh, right.
It's not the only country. There's so many countries where it's like, oh, geez, what happened? It's like bad government. Even Radigan says that. It's like it's not just ours.
Do you want to see something that is uniquely American?
Oh, do I?
So,
Watch porn?
That's a human thing.
Not the way the Americans do it.
Have you seen the Germans or the Japanese?
Oh, yeah.
So there's something uniquely American about the way white people or the way black people are treated by white people. And so
Uniquely American, yes.
So it started with this clip, and keep in mind, these are all clips of delivery drivers. That's one thing they all have in common. Let's try to see what else they have in common.
Let me tell you from what I've heard, I feel like which I kind of already have, boycotted FedEx.
Well,
does this have one?
No, surprisingly, they might. This one isn't.
Remove the video.
I know, but let's take a look first. The first one is about a guy being blocked. They're all delivery drivers. They're just trying to do their job.
They're quite literally just doing their job.
In a coronavirus epidemic or pandemic, we are all getting record-breaking deliveries because that's just how we get stuff now. And so Okay, let's just.
There's
This is the
no
first.
workers, because some people get their food and medicines that way.
Yes, and so this is the first clip I saw, and we're about to watch, and and it's just a delivery driver doing his job, and then I kept
Trying to do his job.
and then I kept seeing more of these clips, and so I decided to put them all together. So
Did you see the one who delivered furniture into a HOA?
well,
Oh.
this is that one.
Oh no, I don't like this one. Because
Trying to leave, and I got the super neighbor over here blocking me in.
So yeah, he delivered a thing, and now he's trying to leave, but the HOA, the homeowners association president, blocked him in, I think, with his vehicle and his body.
So I'm going live.
Yeah.
This is what I'm dealing with right now.
yeah,
This is what I'm dealing
Facebook
with.
Live.
You have to.
Facebook Live. I gotta learn how to do that. I'm like,
This is who I'm dealing with.
No, honestly, like, I hate to say it, but especially for black people, their best line of defense for anything is just stream it. Because the only reason why...
You know what, though? People still make excuses. Do you know what the stuff they're coming up with, the Ahmaud Arbery, like...
Still,
they'll
that
make
would
up
have not
stories
that
without
would have
even-
not been a case if it wasn't on video.
I
like
know,
the
yeah.
video
They
and
wouldn't even put those guys in jail. Yeah.
And so this
That's
like
true.
these guys getting video of it, that's your best defense. I mean,
Plus, we
if
want to
you're-
know who those guys are. Those guys need to be
or if you're
held responsible.
Yes,
He
absolutely.
should not be the HOA president anymore.
Yeah.
He should. Those people, if they're gonna act like this,
Yeah,
they
exactly.
need to be removed from whatever office or
Yeah.
whatever makes them feel like they can do this.
Well, anyone's-
It's inappropriate.
Yeah.
Inappropriate behavior. It needs to be cut out. That means you need to be.
Yeah, honestly, if you're in any sort of confrontation, live like videoing it or live streaming it, especially because then it's out, it's already on the internet, it's not on your device. Then
what are they gonna do?
that's
Try
your
to take
that's
away-
your best defense. Like especially if you don't.
Take away the phones from.
Yeah, your phone is a better defense than a gun, in my opinion. But let's keep going.
Napoleon, move out the way. I don't care what your name is. Get out the way.
I
don't care.
I'm not in trouble. Someone would be like, "Oh, he
Out the way,
ran
sir.
over grass."
You picked the wrong day. Move out the way.
Now he's at risk for being fired. He's not keeping his schedule.
Can you tell him to hang up and move so I can leave? Thank you.
This doesn't happen if you're white. This doesn't happen if you're light-skinned Asian. It only happens if you're dark.
It's like, who made you the investigator to be like? You know, he was asking him a bunch of questions.
Yeah, we only have I think this is like a 40-minute clip. That we only have 3.
And the dude, the delivery
No, it's
driver,
none of your business.
was
and I asked-
protecting his
It is
customer.
not.
He's like, I don't have to tell you where I was or what I delivered. That's none of your business.
Yeah.
That's what he told her. I was like, good. And it's like he's really trying to do his job and not get in trouble either way. And this guy's just being.
Yeah.
What's the mail, Karen?
Kyle. Freaking Kyle.
Why?
His name's
You
David,
there
I think.
for the cul-de-sac?
But he's a Kyle.
Okay. And apparently you need a gate code to get in here, right?
Look, yeah, he was there to deliver something to someone that lived on that street.
And let him in.
Yeah.
He's not letting him leave the.
Yeah, and I think eventually that guy has to come out, the guy who he delivered to. That's what it had to come out to for him to leave.
Which is good. Maybe we'll kick this guy out, or maybe they're
Yeah,
tired.
he'll bring it up to the HOA.
Not get in here. It was none of your business. I'm going out. That's where I'm going, but you're in my way.
Yeah, he's leaving.
So then move out the way then.
You're not
It's
even police.
and it's not like anyone reported a robbery.
Go get that truck he stole from my house.
I don't have to tell you shit, and you're pissing me off. No, I don't.
Good for this guy.
I know.
But seriously, so frustrating.
The homeowners association.
See, me as a girl, I would probably be able to get out there and start acting crazy and be like, okay, you just need to calm down. But he acts crazy, he might get shot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to leave. What do you mean, why?
I'm not
None of your
allowed.
business?
To move around?
Did I deliver it to your house? You didn't deliver anything that I know of. Because it's none of your business, that's why. You're asking questions. You don't need to ask questions. All you need to do is have your buddy move his car so I can leave and go about my business.
So, did you make a wrong turn into the neighborhood?
How do I make a wrong turn into a gated neighborhood? I need to have a gate code in order to get in, right? That's common sense, right? So if I had a gate, if I'm in here, I had a gate code, right? That's none of your business. Yet again. It sure as hell is.
If they were police, they would have shot him.
I'm not in the wrong. I don't know who this is. What's your name?
No, this is our street. This is private street.
Such entitlement.
Yeah.
Just so you know, more than you two guys live on this street too. And you're not the only ones with goat codes.
You're warning us what?
I'm not warning nobody.
Jeez. Okay,
Oh,
so
wow, like they're so bored. What? They're like the.
there's more. He wasn't the only black delivery driver to get harassed. Let's look at this one.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Wednesday night.
I'm sorry. What happened? One more time. Oh no, did I export the same thing twice?
Good evening, and it's great
Dang
to have
it.
you with us here on a Wednesday.
Oh, you label. Oh,
Yeah,
maybe
hold
the
on.
other
One more. Yeah, this one will work.
But you didn't have to come out there cussing me like that, like I'm some child. I ain't no little boy. I'm no little boy. I'll wait till the police come.
He's got a uniform.
So I think they're just blocking his way from leaving, and they're calling the police.
Where are you going? What are you doing?
That's your power. That's his power. That's where your power at right there. Where you going? Man, I ain't finna waste my time with you. You got my information. You got my information. They'll find me. They'll find me. You need to get your glasses back on. Yeah, I thought you were gonna whoop my ass too.
Got heart issues.
Why? Yeah, why harass delivery drivers? Like, okay, so this guy says, update, FedEx called and told me to take down this video and fired both of us today. I'm reposting this.
Oh, because there's two.
I think so. And I'm reposting this video because people like him, doesn't matter white or any race, should never disrespect essential workers, putting their lives in jeopardy, especially with this COVID-19. Very true.
Yeah, like you could tell he's an essential. I mean, he's doing deliveries, which we already said in the beginning. Essential workers. Some people are getting their medicines, their food delivered. Like they don't have any other way.
So there's an update to this story. It says, it appears they were employed by a contractor, not FedEx directly, and FedEx will be employing them while they investigate.
Oh, nice.
So this is a tweet by Naveed Jamali. Some good news for at Tonio B, the 38, the FedEx driver in the viral video. I asked FedEx spokesperson, I think, if she could confirm he and his partner had been fired. Here's their response. While we conduct this investigation, FedEx will provide employment for these drivers, which is good because they probably need drivers. So,
But who's the third party? They do that? Oh, I guess Amazon is trying to do that. That's what they're trying to set up with, like, they'll give you a business to set up a delivery fleet of your own. So you're like your own. I think Amazon tries to do like what AAA did with their trucks.
okay, so we're just going to watch this next clip.
Or it's just them trying to cover their ass because everyone said we're going to boycott them.
We're just going to watch this next clip. Oops. Full screen. Where do I... Right here.
Oh, you found it?
Well, I have the original clip. I don't know how it's going to look, but we'll try to watch it.
You need to give me somebody's information to check up on you, because I don't understand why you're walking around this neighborhood.
This is crazy.
With a bunch of packages.
Is she on drugs?
I don't know. Maybe drunk.
Xanax?
I'm not bothering you. I don't want to complain to UPS that you're looking very suspicious and making me nervous. What?
By delivery?
No. Looking suspicious is just you're dark.
Making you nervous?
Yes, absolutely. Because
this is crazy.
Because you feel nervous.
Because, no, let me tell you why.
Yeah, tell me why.
Your car's already been broken into twice. And guess what?
Yeah.
It's a really big thing in this neighborhood for people to walk down the street for vandalism.
Yeah.
So,
But
Do you think he's gonna vandalize
Yeah.
while he's working?
So
in
do
his
you
uniform?
do you stop every single person then? Like, why do you stop this guy? Like,
over here, lady. I'm not giving you shit.
I need you to give me your name.
I'm not giving you shit.
Oh my gosh, power tripping like.
Man, stay in my ass.
Then I'll be following you until I get
Damn,
UPS on
this
the phone.
lady is crazy, yo.
Yeah, crazy and nervous. She needs her meds.
I
Look through your
like I
shit.
said, you look very suspicious. I'm trying to tell you.
Man,
She wants to steal his Xanax
Tell people
packages.
who you work for.
Man, I have the jacket on. She's smoking crack.
I told you, I'm like, they can't do deliveries if they're not in uniform. How does this make sense?
Lady, you smoking
it
good
doesn't.
crack.
Yeah, she is high. She's gotta be high.
What the f?
You're a threat.
That's crazy. This lady is taking pictures of me and recording me like
Like you a
I'm
superstar.
tripping, like, I work for UPS. This shit crazy, man. See how these folks
Suspicious.
do me out here, Shaw.
Dropping
This
off
shit crazy.
packages like Santa Claus.
This lady is crazy. Wow. That's crazy.
oh, now a white UPS worker has to help him. God.
Police?
We're back to this shit. You gotta be chaperoned.
And with his little phone. I just
With his little phone. Look how
Yeah, his best line of defense.
Nervous.
look very suspicious.
Suspicious.
Up this hill. Okay.
I got the packages, Shaw. She's tripping.
What I told him.
Oh my God.
Just say what you want to say.
I'm not
You
giving
don't
you
want.
nothing, lady. You're tripping. I'm not giving you a damn thing.
The reason I live here, and I've had my car broken into a couple times, and it's a big problem for vandalism in the car.
This is the first time I ever encountered some shit like this on the job, Shawty. Like she.
I know you know.
All the way up that hill with these
I don't understand
I
this.
think I'm going to complain to UPS for his sake.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's ridiculous. And it's looks suspicious in the neighborhood.
Ma'am, I wasn't even bothering you. Like you came out here bothering me, Shawty. You're
See,
tripping.
now he can't even make those deliveries. Someone's waiting for that TV. Whoever got that TV
Wow.
needs to complain. Look at his face. He's like, holy shit, is this for reals? You see?
Yeah.
That's the, what's that subreddit where the face that they're gonna die. Are you seeing this shit? You believe?
Oh
Are
yeah.
you seeing?
So God, yeah, it's like every single one of those videos is just a
Isn't
a
it
black
Malcolm
man
X's birthday
versus
95th, if he would have not been murdered.
yeah, what a cool guy. Anyways, white people, stop harassing black delivery drivers, please. Please, just please stop. Please,
she'll say, "Oh, I'm
please
not white,
stop.
I'm Native American, or just any essential workers.
Who
Why do you have
gives
to
a
stop
shit? Just don't like just
anybody
anyone
from doing
then.
Anything. Like, what gives you a right to like?
Whatever you
How much space?
then whatever you say you are, just stop harassing delivery drivers then. It doesn't even have to be about race. Like why harass an essential worker?
I think they're bored. They're bored, or I don't know, cabin fever. They don't have anything to do. It's like acting like kids. Sometimes you have to distract them to get them.
Fucking
not
babies.
forget their brother.
All right. Well, we try to end every video on a happy note, and so we're trying to expand into children's content, and so we started, or I started playing Minecraft with your mini-me, your daughter, my niece, and
I don't even know how to play.
I don't know how to.
I don't even know how to play. I didn't know how to turn on or off the PlayStation until you got her Minecraft.
I didn't.
Like how many weeks ago?
Yeah, well, yeah. The reason why we're playing Minecraft isn't well. Yeah, obviously it's hugely popular, but Adriana specifically wanted to one play Minecraft and two make YouTube videos, and I was like, you know what, we
She
make.
wants to play Rocket League too. Was it Rocket League?
I think, or maybe, yeah. I mean, we have it, but anyway, so because we already have the setup, it's kind of easy to just do more videos, and because it's our content isn't necessarily kids friendly, but
She really
that one
wants
is.
to watch
So
our videos though.
well, I mean, I think it's fine. But anyway, so the point is, I don't know how to play Minecraft either. I know you have to make a bed. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Because I've played the Pocket Edition on my iPad and my phone. But so we play the PS4 version. So let's take a look. Also, if you guys have any Minecraft tips, please let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
I don't know how to play. Okay, She won't doing teach me. survival. Okay. I've never played this game. Oh, it's so weird. Hey,
I'm gonna teach you.
I know.
We're
I
gonna
have no
start
idea.
with a bonus chest because on a mountain, it's hard to find coal. If you found a mountain, if you see a mountain or found a mountain, let's go to it and there's like a coal everywhere.
Okay.
Coal.
Yeah, I only know you're supposed to. You need coal to make torches or something.
At night a lot. And you have to go to
That's why she
sleep
always makes
or
furnaces.
kill you.
The only time. Oh, so I have to.
She doesn't know how to read yet, so she doesn't read any of these things.
Yeah, she knows everything by sight. It's incredible. She'll tell me what something is just by looking at it. Oops.
Yay! Sheeps!
Sorry, I need to change. Oh yeah, I play inverted. Don't make fun of me. Controller setting. Wow, this is so slow. Okay.
Go down that hill. Okay.
Okay. So what are we doing? Where are you?
Oh, killing the sheep.
Oh yeah, we need sheep. We need sheeps. She's on the top screen. If you didn't know. Yeah, I'm on the bottom screen. Why am I having such a hard time? I got a sheep. Where are you?
Wait, did you guys switch?
No, she's on the top screen. She's the one that knows how to play. I don't even know what I did. I was like collecting dirt or something. Where are you? I don't see you.
Climbing up the mountain.
Wow, where are we? Hey, there's horses here.
Tame it! But how about let's kill them? We can make armor.
You're gonna-
Make dark leather.
You can kill horses? You're gonna kill the horses? Where are you?
She went from let's tame it to let's kill it.
Yeah. Because she wanted the leather that it drops to make armor. I see a sheep. See another sheep.
Well, this is why you just ended up killing everything.
Yeah, because she kept telling me to. Come up here so I can punch you.
Everything's good in here.
Okay, I got two
This
sheep.
is a quicker way.
Oh, I found you. Hello.
Oh, we're best girls.
We're both girls because you made both of us.
We can make, ouchie.
You took fall damage.
Now you hit me. We need crafting tables. I need wood. Oh, I could make one already.
What? Why do you have so much stuff? What? Oh, the bonus chest?
Yeah.
You get more.
Crafting table.
Where?
I dropped it.
You dropped it?
Yeah.
Wait, there's a spider here.
String. We can make wool with it.
See, yeah, she knows what everything drops. There's so many different items in this game.
I'm gonna build my house around here.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get the spider.
Okay. Just don't die.
That's the fun.
Oh, I should have
There's an ender?
Yeah.
I didn't even see him the first time. I'm over there on the other
So
side.
don't look in his
Die,
eyes. Oh, he ran away.
Yeah. They teleport.
Oh, I do have pickaxe.
What?
So what are we supposed to do? I lost my spider. I only know this because I watched I don't know where the he went. PewDiePie Minecraft videos. I'm like in the water.
Underwater?
How are you not drowning?
Oh no, I'm on my last bubble.
Oh, you have bubbles. I see.
Once you underwater, those bubbles.
Uh huh.
Be careful for drowns.
I want this fish. Did I get it?
No? You have to kill it.
I'm so bad at this game. Can't even hit that fish.
Ooh, sword. Yes, I got a sword for you.
See, she already made a sword. I'm such a noob. I'm still collecting sheep for a bed.
Wow,
You can see me.
I have a bone and you have swords. Thank you.
You're
I just walk over?
I'm so bad at this game. Aren't we supposed to make a house or something?
Yeah, out of wood. And I got some.
Where do you get the wood? Where are we? We're like at a beach. There's no trees here. How did you get wood?
Do you guys always start at the same place?
No, so the worlds are different, and you start at a different place. It's pretty random, and that's what makes it. That's why it's fun to keep starting to make new worlds.
Oh, that's why they do that.
Yeah, this place was lame where we started, but I guess that means we can just keep exploring into it. Oh, I was crouched down. Oh yeah, there's a huge mountain.
Oh, I see it now in the background.
Wait. Oh, cow. Oh, there's a sheep here.
Yeah.
I'll get both
We
of
have
them.
to kill all of the animals near us so we can get some food.
Nice. Okay.
And we have XP.
She's so
Oh,
cute.
Oh,
horsey.
Kill it.
Bye, horsey.
Pickaxe? Oh, you have some.
Bye, bye. I'm just holding wool. I don't have anything.
With the wool, why don't you
I guess it's
kill
my
with the
hand.
sword that she gave you?
Native Americans. Oh, oops. Yeah. She told me. Yeah, she told me to use it. Look at the baby sheep. Look how big his head is. So can I kill his mom? Give me your gray wool. Give me your gray wool. Sorry, baby sheep. I'm your new mom.
No, I'm the daddy. No, you're the daddy. You're your boy.
Horsey. I want leather. Such a beautiful animal.
So did you end up making armor?
No.
Oh.
We were Look how big we got his head fixated is. on going up and down that mountain, but I kind of want to go in that Grow up, cave. sheep. Okay.
But you need to get. She made good armor for.
Can I throw his mom's wool at him? Is that too mean?
They ended up like collecting some
Grow up.
enderman or something to make TNT. Or, I don't know what happened.
Mommy
Oh no, she
Wow,
got a
look at
spawner.
this. Hey, there's pigs.
It's like it's so
I'm gonna get
crazy.
the pigs. Yeah, there's so much to this
look,
game.
there's like a mountain.
I don't know.
Yes,
I found the coal
I hear
first.
too much about it now.
Wait, is
no,
this
you didn't.
is this a baby pig? Will it give me anything? Oh, did I kill the baby pig for nothing?
It's okay.
Donkey. She's like, don't worry about it. 2 donkeys. I shall kill one. Oh, where's my sword? I'm using seeds. It's a pinata. Oh, that's how he dies. Do you want to hear it again?
I got a white flower and you got gray wool. We can
I gave the gray wool to. Oh no, I picked it up again.
Kier likes
I gave
it.
to his kid. Oh, where's that sheep? Maybe he's grown up now. Oh, he's still. Look at his big head. He's still a baby.
giant head, big as the world.
Big head baby. Yum yum yum. So when does the sun go down? Aren't we supposed to build a house soon? You don't even have enough.
Because I've died so many times in this game on the first night, and I'm like, I
don't
can't.
think you have enough wool.
It's hard for me to survive because I haven't played enough.
I have 3.
I saw her
Oh, there's a
and
sheep
her
here.
cousin, They just bury
I'll get this one.
themselves.
Yeah,
I was like,
but I don't want to wait. Like I want my house up.
they bury themselves and then they go eat a snack.
I found a cow.
And you, cool, you found cool.
They make their own routine.
Thank you.
It's pretty smart.
Oh, I found a sheep.
I can make white dye.
So this game is just killing animals.
Yeah.
It's just
No wonder kids like it so much.
They get it.
Huh? Okay. Where are you? What are we supposed to do now? I think the sun's going down. Doesn't it look darker?
You sound like
Wait,
us.
where's the sun? Can we see it
He's
in the
worried
sky?
about dying.
Where are you? Come to me.
Okay.
And then he started
I can't even move.
Oh, I see you.
just constantly respawning.
Why are you moving so slow?
Yeah, I feel like it's a little slow with the 2-player because I have the original PlayStation.
Is there something wrong with your controller?
I wonder if I upgraded to the PlayStation Pro if it would be better.
Let me know if you need a new controller. We can
Yeah, there's like a 4K PlayStation.
Wow, it goes deep in here.
Okay, I fell in this hole.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
She said
Get
if
out
you
of here.
creep, you won't fall.
Can I use this bone?
I could throw you some blocks so you can.
She tried to throw me some blocks to get me out.
So that you could build.
Yeah.
Oh, what is this?
Oh, she's collecting the dirt
So
first.
Stony in here.
Yeah, it's taking me forever to get out because I don't have a pickaxe.
And you're using wool?
I'm using a bone.
I think I can make it. There's dirt here.
That's not dirt.
No, the dirt above this is dirt.
See my logic? Come on. Oh, it's
You fell into
it.
Wait, how are you? Wait. Oh, thank you. How do I? Wait.
So she blocked me in too.
So dark.
Wait. Okay. How do I?
The worst survival partner.
Oh, inventory.
All right, that seems like a good time to end this video. It is 4:20. Today we're celebrating Kier because he says, by the way, today got some Cali Bud today.
What?
Great job.
Yeah,
He says, can't wait to celebrate after exams. Long tea break. That's the best. We have a friend that had a long tea break recently, and she is like, she gets phenomenally high now after like one puff.
Our friend didn't believe her that she was high for 4 hours. I'm like, oh my gosh. One time I took an edible and I felt I could feel the effects for the whole weekend. It was a long 3-day weekend.
So, celebrating you, Kier. Good luck on. Oh, I don't know if you wanted that up. Sorry, but we did it.
It's okay. We don't.
I know. Yeah, we don't have that many people, so if it bothers you, we'll take it out. Anyways, also special thanks to Jesus for tuning in. Whose 420 is it? Is it Mexico City's?
Yeah.
Happy 420 Mexico.
What time is it in Michigan? Oh, those guys on their roofs.
Oh yeah, they super need.
Inland.
They super need weed.
Are they East Coast or?
Yeah, they're around. Aren't they around one of the Great Lakes? God, I don't know. U.S. geography is
Geography, politics, history.
50 states. Give me a break.
I'm gonna wait for my kids to have to learn it and be like, okay, let's see what you're learning now.
Yeah, teach me. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I have to go film another Minecraft video now.
Oh yeah,
It's fun.
Fun world.
Yes, special thanks to Jesus. Special thanks to Kier. Happy 420 again, Mexico City, and have a good weekend.
How do you know he's in that city?
I don't know. I think he said it once, and I hope I'm remembering right. So it's an extended weekend, but we'll be back on Monday. And so have a good weekend. If you're in the States, have a good extended weekend. Yeah.
We're not doing. Oh yeah, okay. We're gonna start our homestead.
We're trying to.
We have to.
If you have any homesteading tips, let us know.
We're gonna grow our own foods.
And greens.
And edible items.
I know. I want to.
Edible meaning you can put it in your mouth.
Cheers. Hey, who's Big Man? That's cool. Hi, Big Man. Nice to see you. We're about to go, but thanks for tuning in. Oh, by the way, I guess before I go, one of our business, what we've always wanted to start is a pizza joint, which is a pizza and weed delivery service, because it's like people love eating and smoking. It's such a great way to stay in. I feel like it can be franchisable, so because I want people to have ownership over it.
Maybe
Anyways,
they could do it in a delivery truck.
No, I think it's just easier to bake pizza in an oven and then just deliver it.
Oh,
because it'd be such a waste to have to carry the oven to the house.
And then if you want to just order the weed without the pizza, that's fine too.
Yeah, it's like a $20 minimum order or something. Oh yeah, you can do either. It doesn't have. They just deliver both. You can have just pizza or just weed. Yeah. So if you guys want in on it, if you CrowdSpark and co-founders. Big Man says he would buy all the time.
Yes, we'll have a premium subscription model for y'all.
Yeah, every 10th order free. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you so much. We'll see you next week. And remember, if you don't have buds, we're your buds.